Hey guys, what's up? It's Joe Rady from Rady's Rides. I'm here at the 2019 LA Auto Show, and of course, being a Subaru guy, and I know many of you are Subaru lovers, we had to stop by and check out. This is the fresh release of the Series White Edition. So I have this 2020 Subaru WRX STI, but featuring a special Series White. Now, they're gonna make between the WRX and the STI 1,000 examples, only 250 of the STIs. The wonderful news is that this is another great way to celebrate this platform as it goes off into the distance, and with a new STI right around the bend and some changes. But what's great about the Series White, they made some little twists and bends to it to really bring it into its own and to make you want to run down to a Subaru dealership and pick one of these up. The first thing that you'll notice, it's in a new color called Ceramic White. Different from the white that we're used to seeing on the WRXs and STIs. And there's some other changes which I'm going to point out. So let's go ahead and dive into this iconic car, the Series White WRX STI. Right off the bat, you'll see some changes that we've already focused on here on Rady's Rides that's new for 2020. The newest part on the front end of the business is going to be this lower air intake. I'm happy to say that it's functional now. I also like the way that they did the gloss black around the perimeter, flat black in the center, and the hexagonal design actually matches what's going on with the grille. Now, I know a lot of you are still sore about not having fog lamps anymore in an STI. The good news is that you still have those great LED adaptive headlights, so that's gonna turn with the steering wheel. As we come across the front, look what they did for the Series White. We have this wonderful grille with the cherry blossom red color. Remember, that's that iconic color that's unified with STI, because outside of the facility in Japan are those cherry blossom trees. Really like the placement. It's different than the Type RA or the S209. They run the trim on the lower portion of the grille. This is right in the center. Everything else is still the same flat black, but from one side to the other, very aggressive with that white color. And I'm just really loving what they did with the air intakes. Now, up onto the hood, you can see under the light that ceramic white really pops. Of course, we're gonna have a functional hood scoop on a Subaru WRX STI, that 2.5 liter flat four turbocharged engine. This is the last of the EJ motors. That's it, 2020, and we got a whole new setup coming around. But let's go around the bend here and see some of the other changes. One thing that's gonna blow your mind is, guess what? Not a stock STI wheel. They actually have the forged BBS wheels. Now remember, when we say forged aluminum is actually gonna be stronger. It's gonna be also lighter. I'm loving this bronze copper color that they went with. This is actually the same rim that is on my Type RA, Type RA being the traditional gold, but you can see with the ceramic white, great color, that's gonna be that 19-inch wheel. You're still gonna get the cross-drilled, fully ventilated rotors, and then I'm also very happy to say that they went with the silver on those 6-piston calipers. Now, one thing that you can't see that's underneath the fenders are Bilstein dampeners at all four corners. Remember the dampers, the Bilstein dampers, first time was on the Type RA. Having those at all four corners is gonna give you better handling, and you'll be surprised, even your daily driving, you'll get an overall better ride from those shock absorbers. Now, as we continue down the side for the Series White, we're gonna get black mirror caps. You're also gonna get the blacked out trim where we have the STI badge. Remember, STI, what does it stand for? Subaru Technica International. I'm gonna have Lori kind of swing around and show you that awesome fender flare. And I think the way that this color works on the car, you could really see those beautiful definitive lines of this generation. I'll be honest, I'm gonna miss it once it's gone, but I'm happy to say that I do have that Type RA in my garage whenever I wanna drive it or look at it. But lower side sill extension really looks great. As we keep working our way back, you're gonna get the black shark fin antenna. So we have black on the mirror caps, black on the shark fin antenna, no sunroof or anything like that. We keep working our way back. Instead of going carbon fiber spoiler or anything like that, you're gonna get your traditional Subaru STI wing. Remember, when we think of those rally cars from the past, this massive wing, so iconic to the Subaru brand and especially the STI brand. Now, as we come around the back, very clean. You see the way they went with the flat black on the badging. I really like that touch, that symmetrical all-wheel drive. Still that same setup with the rear diffuser and the quad exhaust, and of course that STI badge underneath. But why don't we go ahead, pop the hood and see what's powering this Series White. All right, guys, we got the hood popped on this 2020 Series White. Remember, one of 250. What's under the hood? Still that EJ motor. This is it. Remember, we're talking about 310 horsepower. You have that large intercooler up top, flat 4 engine. What that means is the pistons are firing horizontally. That's what we say when we say boxer. The pistons are going back and forth like punching gloves. Turbocharged, that old school fun 6-speed manual transmission, one of the best 6 speeds still available, and I'm happy to say still with the hydraulic steering. Anytime you open up a hood to any STI, you can, have that old feeling, that old school feeling. And I love the way there's no plastic. So no actual changes horsepower wise to this car, but you are, like I said, the Bilstein dampers at all 4 corners and those forged wheels. But why don't we go ahead and check out the interior and see if there's anything different on this Series White STI. All right, guys, we're inside the Series White. One thing I'm a little disappointed, and I am gonna zonk, is there's no major changes to separate this from your standard STI, not even an Alcantara steering wheel. But let's see on the door panels, you're still gonna get that beautiful Alcantara material with the red stitching and the gloss black on the door panel. Very nicely positioned cup holders and just a very clean design. When you come to the dash, you're still getting that same great soft material. I like the gloss black trim, and you're gonna get that extra gauge pod up there with the leather hood and the red stitching. Everything else as we come down is gonna be the same as your standard Subaru WRX STI. They remove the shift knobs for people's sticky fingers, so don't think that the Series White comes without a shift knob. You do get a shift knob. People like to steal those from time to time at these auto shows. You're also gonna get that same SI drive with the computer-controlled center diff. That is unique to the STI. You can't get that on the WRX no matter how hard you try. Sliding cup holder lid, I always love those. Good old-fashioned handbrake, Alcantara on the armrest. But what you do get with the Series White are the Recaros. Now remember, they're not fully bolstered like a Ford Focus RS, but they have some extra bolstering and they're comfortable. And then of course, you can't have an STI without the red seat belts now. That is also a very, very nice touch. But why don't you come over to the business end and I'll show you behind the wheel of this 2020 STI. All right, guys, probably one of my favorite things of any STI or WRX is just the great visibility and how you're seating. Now, you are gonna get the 8-way electric assist power seating, which is a nice touch with the Recaros. Steering wheel, no Alcantara, so that's gonna be a zonk for me. If you remember the Series Gray, you could get the same Alcantara suede steering wheel from the Type RA. This one though just has your standard leather one, which is still great. The size of it, the thickness, the stitching, everything looks really perfect. And then of course, seating position. Really wonderful to help you hit those apexes, go do your autocross event, even go do some rallying if you want to, because remember, this is the ultimate rally car that is still available for sale. Think about how they're all sort of disappearing. But if it's cars like these you want to see on Rady's Rides, where we're here at the auto show, leave a comment in the comment section. If you're new to the channel and you're on your way out, hit that subscribe button. I promise you it's worthwhile coming back for more. If you are a subscriber, thank you for being part of the Rady's Rides family. If you want to help us keep making great content just for you on the channel, click the link in the description, get yourself some Rady's Rides merch. Got to give it up to my wonderful wife, Lori. She's been working hard over the past few weeks, really training her body, mind, and spirit to bring us the best features from the LA Auto Show. So thank you, Lori, for your awesome hard work. And just like always, guys, I'll see you on the next ride.